you also have to do that between rounds, especially with this, where you have that extra time between rounds to do it. And every team's got their support team here, so there's no reason it can't be done.
It is something that comes with experience. I mean, a lot of guys have got harness that they might have had for a couple of years, and there's still the original straps, but the leather begins to age and stretch and crack a little if you haven't been doubling it and keeping it oiled or greased. So it's very easy for kit to come apart, especially if it's getting used as regularly as this stuff does.
Yeah. I mean, fatigue on kit is definitely an issue.
I mean, reenactment harnesses in years gone past, you might have the same harness for 10 or 15 years and it's got the same straps, but you might get to use that probably about 5 or 10 times a year, whereas these guys are using this stuff weekly.
Yeah, it's one of the comments there in the live stream that I think the next Battle of the Nations, the level of competition would have gone up again. And I've got to say...
Always.
Oh, no, every year it goes up.
Yeah.
I mean, this year was the first year, I believe, that we saw a country from Western Europe with a medal in the top 3.
Yeah.
So for people in the live stream saying, it's always the same people always win. I mean, we saw Finland take the silver in women's 5v5. We saw UK take bronze in men's 5v5. We saw UK take bronze in sword and buckler. We've got UK fighter in the final for the middleweight pro fight. We've got, last year UK took several gold medals in the pro fight.
I'm noticing a trend here in your commentary.
Yeah, well, I can give clear examples from the country that I'm from where we have taken gold.
Yeah.
So when you have people in the live stream saying it's always the same people winning, we can see categorically across categories that's not true anymore. A couple of years ago, it was. I would agree with some people in the live stream that it was much more one-sided, whereas nowadays you can't call it.
No. Obviously, in the start of this sport, there's always going to be some countries that have a distinct advantage.
Of course they are.
But now, with the experience that these guys get with Bohut League and the huge number of tournaments that happen throughout the year now, throughout Europe, the Americas, and now Asia and Australasia as well, it's just the amount of experience everybody gets, and they're always going to improve.
Yeah,
and more fighters participate.
Yeah, there's more fighters. There's more tournaments than ever now.
Yeah,
I mean, France is a great example. They have. I was speaking to Edouard M, the president of HMB earlier, and obviously the president of the French Bohut League, and they have I think 10 tournaments at a high level a year, not including smaller tournaments.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And almost all of those tournaments, you get international attendees ranging from Ukrainian, Russian, German.
Poles,
Denmark, Polish, English. I mean, they're
in an ideal position geographically.
Yeah, of course they are, because they're in a massive country in the middle of Europe. They're surrounded by everyone, and they run very, very good tournaments. They're very welcoming at their tournaments. They've got a great catalogue of fighters themselves. Easily over 120 people in France in full plate.
Yeah. I mean, even some of their French tournaments are talking about having mass battles.
Very vocal live stream today. It's like France doing well in this first round against Netherlands. Someone asked what NLD stands for. It stands for Netherlands. You'd have thought if the NLD wasn't clear, the flag would have been, but for your benefit, I'll spell it out for you. Well, a good mass of people there. Another thing I love about large battles is you do get those body piles.
Yes.
Which I can't help but love.
I always look at those and think, look at all the money and scrap metal you got there.
Yeah, someone just runs out and starts stripping knights of their armor. You want accuracy? Here you go. Here it is.
Don't leave them on the side of the road at the end of tournaments, people.
I gotta say, right now the live stream is doing a great impression of a salt mine. I call it like it is. So Martin, have any had any standouts today, other than the full harness, of course?
I've not really had much of a chance. Since I sat down here and in the commentary booth, to start to watch the 30s, I haven't really had a chance to see much of what's been going on in this arena, because I saw the first probably 8 fights in the women's 5v5, and then I was asked to go and move over to the other full plate harness stuff.
Yeah. Any of the women's fights
really,
strike
I feel
you?
really strange saying full plate harness, because this is all full plate harness as well. But there's the historical play where these guys are wearing more.
It's about to say, because
yeah.
you can't enter the full plate harness really in anything other than maybe late 14th and apps. It's more transitional.
No, even later than transitional. Yeah, you probably circa 1400. It's just prior to Agincourt sort of era. Full white harness is probably the minimum. But getting back in here to this second round of Netherlands-France. Netherlands actually doing a good job of advancing a little bit further this time.
Yeah, another tough fight. The first round wasn't easy. I'd have thought France would have big French fighter there being sat down by the marshal. The French fighter seems not too happy about it, but he's doing as he's told, so well done.
Oh no, that's a very pretty harness in the back left there, but he went down pretty quickly.
You can look. It's not all about looks, Martin.
I know. Which is a shame.
I know, especially for us. I think France is like they are dominating this second round.
Yeah, I think they still have the edge on the experience and the numbers of.
They do. Netherlands have made some massive improvements recently.
Oh, really?
But you can't match what France can do. We were talking about the sheer volume of tournaments over there.
Yeah.
It's difficult to match that. You going to comment there, Martin, or just nod?
No, I'm just going to nod.
All right. Currently behind us right now, we've got Gavin Stewart, of course, the Vice President of HMB and the second commentator. We've also got Edouard M., the President of HMB. They are now joined by Esther, of course, the Communications Officer for HMB. So me and Martin, of course, don't feel like we're being watched or anything, but we do